it easy for her.
Okay. Hello, Monmouth County. This is Brewed in Monmouth with Kate and Doreen.
Hello, I'm Doreen DeMarco.
And I'm Kate Raftery, and we are both real estate agents with different brokerages and in different markets, but both in Monmouth County.
Right, I'm with Berkshire Hathaway, Fox & Roach, based in Holmdel.
And I am with Next Home Peninsula Realty in Rumson.
So we have lots of different perspectives for lots of different reasons on why so many places in Monmouth County are really fantastic.
Absolutely. And lots of different war stories, too.
Lots of war stories.
So what's been new? It's 2025.
2025, I welcome it. 2024 was it was a long year, lots of different things going on. Very tough in the real estate market. We had so many changes, all for the better, we hope. And we hope buyers and both sellers also feel very protected. And, you know, what we do is very transparent. It always was, but it kind of, with all the new regulations and everything, I think it just brings it more to the forefront where we are explaining things a little bit more clearly.
Absolutely.
You know, we do this every single day, all day long, and sometimes we take that knowledge for granted. But people who haven't done this in 10, 15, 20 years, it's all brand new language and processes and paperwork that takes a lot of time to sit down and explain to both buyers and sellers.
The good agents in the industry, too, their ability to adapt has been amazing, I think.
Completely agree.
It's really impressive. So I'm excited for what's to come. And I think the market's going to be very strong.
I'm hoping the market's going to be very strong. I think so, too. I think a lot of the, you know, brilliant economic people out there and everything are predicting the same. I think if we just keep interest rates in our head that they're going to teeter between maybe 6.5 and 7 and just accept it for what it is and plan accordingly, I think we'll be in good shape.
I do get sticker shock, though. Do you still? I really do get some sticker shock.
It's hard, but I think it's the future. I don't think we'll ever see those 3s and 4s again. I think
on
7,
interest rates
8,
or on prices in general in the market?
Oh.
I'm talking like housing prices. Even though I look at this day in, day out, I'm like, that one for what?
I know. I get so excited for the people who are selling, and then the buyers, you're just like, oh, you know, but it's usually the house of their dreams. They're really very excited about it. Obviously, it's affordable for them, so God bless them. I mean, some people worked really hard. They have amazing educations. They're with great companies, and, you know, they figured it out. They know what they can afford, and they're very blessed.
Yeah, and as an asset class, too, real estate continues to win year over year. So,
always.
Yeah, I mean, even though there's dips like any market, any asset market, it's a long-term winning investment, so.
Right. The worst thing you can do right now is to stay as a permanent renter. If you can get out of what paying somebody else's mortgage or putting money in somebody else's bank and start building your own equity, it's the right thing to do. It doesn't necessarily have to be your dream home, but you should get into something and start building that equity. It's the only way that you'll ever get into that dream home.
Talk about sticker shock. Rent is so expensive now, too.
I know. Across the nation.
I'm looking for a client for a 2-bedroom for $3,000. There's nothing. Like, literally nothing in Monmouth County, and she's willing to go anywhere. So.
Wow. It's hard.
So if you know anyone looking for a really great, reliable renter, you know where to find us.
Yeah, for sure. It is hard, though, but we're excited about the market, and we're excited to help people both on the buying side, on the selling side, and you know, once you commit to the process, it is definitely exciting. Yep.
Speaking of selling, I think Monmouth County in general, you know, it's no longer the best kept secret, but there's a lot to sell here in terms of the great restaurants, food, nightlife, culture, even arts now. And that's what we're here to kind of bring to you as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's talk about restaurants.
Okay.
Restaurants are fantastic.
Doreen goes out every night.
I do. Not really, but I do. And I'm actually going to a fun one tonight in Matawan. Oh, shoot, I forgot the name of it. My friend booked it. There's a new one in the marketplace. Alano, something like that. I don't know. I'll talk about it next week. But I also have reservations at Falcone, which just opened up in Lincroft.
Okay.
It's supposed to be fantastic.
Where is that?
Right across, it's the Alios family.
Okay.
So it's a great family, wonderful people. We've known them a long time, and we're super excited that they have this restaurant kind of right where the Dunkin' Donuts is, right across from St. Leo's.
Okay. Do they still have Alios there too, the deli?
No, that's across the street.
Okay.
And this is a beautiful, beautiful restaurant. I haven't been there yet. I just looked at pictures. I heard the food is fantastic. So we're super excited to go there. And truth be told, it was kind of hard to get a reservation. I'm going on a Wednesday night, so the weekends are pretty booked up.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'd go on, I think it was Open Table, and snag a reservation or two just to get in there. So I'm excited for them.
I went to Locale the other day,
Oh,
just
I
for a
haven't
drink.
been
I
there.
haven't been there, but I think Little Silver's been thirsty for a long time. I think it's their only liquor license, so it was packed.
Was it really?
Yeah, good for them.
Yeah, I have plans to go there with my brother and sister-in-law. We haven't made it there yet, though. But so, do they take reservations?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay, so I'll have to get on that too and just book something. But new restaurants are exciting.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And now we have Meg things too. I always am following her to find out the next best thing.
She's awesome. Love her. Yep, she's wonderful. There's a lot of good things out there. It's exciting.
And you're getting a lot of different like cultural restaurants too. Like there's a lot of Indian restaurants now for the first time in Red Bank, which I'm pumped about. I love that. They had a really good Vietnamese place there too. Actually, there's one Hen in Neptune by it might be Tinton Falls, across from the outlets, which is actually very good. They have a good liquor license too.
What kind of food?
It's Vietnamese food.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
I love Italian, but you kind of get tired of that after
I'm New
a
Jersey
while.
and Italian. We're going away actually next week. My family and I are going to Turks and Caicos, and I'm so excited. But the resort has a great Italian restaurant. It just doesn't excite me.
No, I know. Outside of this area, it's disappointing. Even, it's funny. I was just out in L.A.
I was going to ask. I didn't know if you wanted me to bring it up or not.
Yeah, gosh, it's just so devastating what happened out there. My daughter lives out there, and I just didn't want her to fly out there on her own after she escaped to New Jersey. Just staring at the devastation, it's still so hard to process. Literally nothing but the skeleton of a car and chimneys survived. It is so heartbreaking. And I pray for all those people, and I pray for the leadership in that state, and I hope they figure it out, because dry hydrants, not a good thing.
No.
Not a good thing. The asphalt on the streets actually had tire marks in it. That's how hot it was. It was just, I don't even think the bank vaults made it through.
Really?
There were a couple, yeah. In the Pacific Palisades, we passed a couple of banks, and it was melting. It was just so sad, so very sad.
What are they going to do with the schools and the infrastructure and stuff? Like, where are you going to send your kids to schools?
The schools, the churches. I think there was 18,000 structures completely demolished to nothing but ash. My daughter lives a half hour away. She's more in like the WeHo area, West Hollywood area, Wilshire area. Her car was covered in ash. We had to go to the car wash.
Does it smell out there?
It didn't then. It did a little bit while we were driving through the Pacific Palisades, but it was also raining, which is also a very funny thing to happen in LA. You never see the rain. But it was much needed, because they've been in a drought for a very, very long time.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've been doing this for 5 years now. Before that, I would go out. I worked for a company that was headquartered in San Francisco, and there was a drought. So it's at least crazy.
It really is. But listen, LA is big. It's beautiful. Everybody figures it out. We have no choice to figure things out. Even when the worst of the worst things happen to us, you got to believe that, I don't know, somehow or another we find the strength to pick up and move on. And I say to myself every day, the sun comes up and it shines, and we just have to follow that. So they'll figure it out, but they can definitely use a lot of prayers. But we started with LA, not on a bad note, but on a good note, because we were hitting some restaurants out there. And my daughter kept saying, it's not like New Jersey, it's not like this one or that one, but the food is good. And they try across the country to be what we are out here in the tri-state area. Even, there's some great restaurants. My favorite place in the world is Sedona, and this wonderful woman, Lisa, has 4 amazing restaurants out there. Have you ever been to Sedona?
I have not, no.
You need to go.
Yeah.
It's the most beautiful place. It's the most peaceful. Actually, I should probably book a trip there. I could use it. It's just the most amazing. There's this energy out there that you truly feel when you're there, and it is so cleansing and uplifting and grounding, and it's just really, really great.
That's my 2025 that I'm trying to get into, and I think you were discussing this too. I went to Stay Well Collective with Noelle Dwyer over there in Rumson, and they did a sound bath meditation because I'm always in fight or flight mode.
Yes.
It's actually really starting to affect me, like at the stress level. I can't handle it. So this year I'm going to really commit to doing things like that. And it was amazing. Like she did a sound bath. Now, some
What's
people,
a sound bath? Like
she has these
meditation?
like beautiful crystal bowls, right? And they have different kind of precious metals in them. And she was playing them like a wild woman.
So that's wild. I did one with my daughter here at Bell Works in the downstairs in one of the conference rooms, I don't know, a year or two ago. And it was all sound. It was like the steel drums or something. I don't know. It was like the rim.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was very, very peaceful. It does really.
So there were some people in there
relax
who
you.
were very like in tune with that, and they saw a thing. I didn't yet, but I'm gonna get there.
Oh no, there were people. They were bringing their blankets and their mats and their this, that, and the other thing.
Oh,
eye
Noelle
patches.
provides all that,
Wow.
so it's really cool.
What's her name again?
Noelle Dwyer, and she owns the Stay Well Collective, which is a really cool space.
Stay well.
Yeah, not be well, stay well.
Stay well.
So it's interesting because
Good
she
play.
lost her father and she was grieving really, really horribly, and she found exercise to really help her, and now she got this space, and she has other practitioners come in, and she has all sorts of things. They have someone who has telepathic, like then it's not coming to me. You know, a medium. A medium comes and she gives classes, everything, bar classes, all these different practitioners that wouldn't really have a space to practice. So it's
Where is she located?
in Rumson. It's actually right behind my office on River Road.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I'll be calling her later. Did you
Yeah.
ever talk to a medium?
I have.
Yeah. Pretty crazy, right?
It's really crazy.
I know. All right, that's a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
Not ready for that one yet, but that's a whole nother episode. But that's exciting. Good for Noelle. I did a meditation class here. Collabs at Bell Works is really fantastic, and they sponsored one in the beginning of January, and that was really, really nice. Right over here at what's it called, Fitness Factory, I think, right here in Bell Works. So that was nice. I said I was going to sign up for that too, but I didn't. But I will eventually.
Can you get comfortable when you meditate though? Because that's the thing. I'm like, oh, my shoulder hurts. Oh, I have a cramp in my.
I think it's like a process. Like you have to learn. Like I think you have to learn how to breathe. You have to learn or relearn how to breathe properly, how to relax, and how to just shut everything out and really be one with yourself. I know it sounds a little hokey and everything, but it's definitely something that's learned. And I think at my age, I need to relearn that. Because
Yeah.
we are, you're a mom of three. I was a mom of, I'm still a mom of three, but there's so much going on in our lives that we work, we're moms, we're daughters, we're sisters, we're wives, we're friends. Like there's just so much going on that we're pulled in so many different directions. And I know we make it look really easy, but it's not.
No, actually, so last night I was at a event for Co-Assist. It's my friend Meg McClear. She helps promote small businesses, and she had the Mindset Tapestry there, which is kind of a positive toy for children because of the mental health crisis around. And then also Dr. Chloe Masai was there. Masai, I think. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but it was very, very good. And they kind of talked about that. One interesting fact they had is that working moms now spend more time with their children because of like the hybrid schedule than stay-at-home moms used to, because they used to throw out the door and kids had more freedom.
Sure.
So it's just a lot of pressure all over the place.
So much pressure. And, I do agree with this current generation and their level of anxiety. And a lot of that does have to do with social media. It has to do with knowing what happens across the world in a minute. So we're feeling the pain and the burdens of the entire world all the time. And it's very hard not to internalize that. Mel Robbins, who is phenomenal, I'm sure so many people listen to her. I just heard the other day she was saying that we need to stop saying, how'd she word it? We need to stop saying, I'm anxious or I have anxiety. You have to stop saying, I have anxiety. She's like, you have to change it to say that I feel anxious and this is the reason why. So it removes that anxiety from you and puts it on the issue, the problem, and it relieves that burden. So I have one daughter that I constantly say, stop saying, like get the word anxiety completely out of your vocabulary because you become it.
Yeah.
We become what we believe.
Well, that was part of that
change
meditation. Sorry to cut you off, but that was part of the
yeah.
meditation. It was that you can manifest, the kind of reality that you want to some degree.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
And that anxiety point that you just made is totally in line with that. So Yeah, anxiety is no joke though.
No, of course it's not. It's not, but it's like I sign up to I think it's the Holmdel Hazlitt patch or I don't know, something that comes across my phone. And it's like school bus accident. And then I'm like, oh my God. So I open it up, and it turns out it's in the far corners of New Jersey. I don't even know what county it is in. But, for a minute, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is local. Now, listen, it's terrible that it happened wherever it happened, and my, heart goes out to that. But the fact that I see it immediately, it's like, do we need to know everything
No.
that's being thrown at us?
I say that to my mom all the time, actually.
It's just too much. And these kids hear it and see it, and we have to learn to just adjust to and work with what truly affects us. Pray for everybody. Nobody deserves, any type of scare or uncomfortableness or anything like that. But it's too much. We can't take on the burdens of the entire world. Is that a terrible thing to say?
No, because it's true.
Okay, good. I hope so.
How do we get on this from restaurants?
I don't know. Let's go back to restaurants. They're much more fun. So Mabel's been open up for a long time. Well, about a month and a half now. I don't know if you've been to Mabel in Bell Works, but it's fantastic. Not breakfast. Brunch, lunch, dinner. They're doing an amazing job. Their drinks are delicious. I'm always down for a good swan dive.
I could go for a hazelnut gin right now.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
What time is it? 12:41.
Yeah. We have to think somewhere else across the country and change that time. But the drinks are great. The people are great. Super accommodating. I love it there. What else is around town that's new?
Oh, I always butcher the name in Red Bank. It's delicious. They have the best gin and tonics, these huge glasses, Castiza.
Yes.
Delicious. And they have...
right on Broad Street.
Yeah, right on Broad Street. And then they also have this tuna appetizer that's to die for.
Nice.
Really good.
Nice. I've been there. It is delicious. We sat kind of in the kitchen area, which was pretty cool. There's a lot of fun places in the area that people come to all the time.
When is the PNC? When does that lineup come out? Pretty soon, right?
Pretty soon. I know Luke Bryan is doing a concert there. That just came across. Probably
nice.
more like May.
Yeah.
Because it's warmer weather. PNC, the Art Center, is phenomenal. The best concerts ever. Nowhere in the world can you go and get lawn seats and just have the time of your life with your friends in open air. You could also obviously get seats that are covered, but PNC, best thing we have in Holmdel.
Yeah, the lawn, I think I'm too old for the lawn finally.
Now we are. I know. We're definitely too old.
You know what?
Stepping over.
It's kind of sad when you're worried about, yeah. I'm like, how are you going to get home, honey? Are you okay?
No,
Goes
I
so
know.
fast.
It does. But it amazes me, watching the people walk from the parking lot or from, areas in Holmdel, and they just walk to the PNC Art Center. Holmdel used to graduate from there. How cool is that?
Really?
They used to graduate on that stage. Yeah.
You must have been able to have unlimited people come see you
For
then.
sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how many thousands it holds, but they stopped that quite a few years ago for different reasons.
Well, remember when the Art Center was dry?
No.
It was dry for a couple years.
Really?
Yeah. And now they push the booze pretty good.
Big time.
Yeah.
Why would it be dry? Who owned it then?
I don't know. I think the state still owned it, but I think something must have happened, and there was no alcohol.
Wow. A little alcohol always makes a concert a little bit more fun. Not
Yeah.
too much alcohol. Just
No.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
They get full bottles of wine you can have there now.
I know. It's very intense. It could be a really, really good time. That's fun. What about Monmouth Racetrack?
Oh, I love Monmouth. I used to work there.
Did you really?
Yeah, when I
What'd
was
you
a kid.
do?
I was a waitress in the Partiers.
Wow.
It was really fun.
Wow, that is fun. That's a lot of fun. I like it there.
Yeah.
What's that restaurant? Blue.
Blue Grotto.
Really nice. They have events there, which are really great. And then, of course, all the races.
Where do you take your daughters when they come back?
Now, where'd we go recently? Oh, you know what was really cool that we did? What was the name of it? Holland Farms. They're really known. They grow all types of flowers and tulips.
Oh, the tulips. Yes.
Oh, my gosh, it was so beautiful. So my friend Gina introduced me to that during COVID because they had all these gorgeous flowers and nobody was allowed to do it. You weren't allowed to go there anymore. So she went and she made bouquets for so many people. And she just went around and dropped them off at their doorstep. Like, how sweet was that, right? So then I had gotten tickets to go, and I took one of my daughters, Nicolette, there around her birthday. And it was beautiful. We had so much fun. But they did, for the first time this year, a Christmas show. And it was amazing. They had really, really beautiful, beautiful light display. They had all these light-up tulips all over. And it was just acres and acres of beautiful
Yeah.
flowers at night. They had Santa there. They had hot chocolate bar. They did a fantastic job. I have great pictures. I went with my daughters and my mom, and it was a lot of fun. A little cold and dark, but you kind of dress up for it, and it was just a fun thing to do.
You already feel it though that the days are getting longer.
I know, thank God.
Those 10 weeks are tough.
4 o'clock, it's dark. You're just like, wow.
I know.
And then you're like ready for bed, and you're like, wait, it's only 7.
I know, and all the commuters too. They leave in the dark and they come back in the dark.
Yeah, it's
That's got to be
depressing.
tough.
Definitely depressing. I know. We need that sunshine.
Yeah. We were driving around yesterday though, and people still have their Christmas decorations up, which is that's my pet peeve. It must be being a realtor, but I'm like, come on, guys.
Nope.
It's February.
I literally said the same thing to my husband. We were driving around, and like, okay, maybe if you just want white lights or something on your house, but when you literally have Christmas decorations, like the candy canes and the Santa stuff, and you're like, it's January 28th. What are these people thinking?
Yeah.
I don't know. And you know what? You could keep them up. Just don't turn them on. Just shut the switch.
There are plenty of people.
Pull the plug.
That's a
Isn't
big
that
business
funny?
now, getting your house decorated.
Huge business. I don't know. I don't know. The people who do it by themselves, God bless them. It's hard.
Yeah.
I remember being out there with my husband's crazy around the holidays, so I would always have to do it with the girls. It's hard.
Yeah.
To get 'em
Plug
to
your husband.
stay.
Why is your husband always busy around the holidays?
My husband actually, they're celebrating their 50th year. My father-in-law started DeMarco's Catering and Gourmet Deli 50 years ago, back in December of 75. So
Wow.
they're in their 50th year. And they're great. My husband, his brother, bakes the bread. My father-in-law, God bless him, 84 years old, and still shows up. He loves being there. My husband loves seeing all the people, and we have generation after generation now coming in, which is kind of cool. You know,
Yeah.
people coming in to book their kids' confirmation or communion. They're like, you did my communion, back in the day, and it's really sweet. They have a great business.
Yeah, they did my daughter's communion. I didn't even know that you were related, though, even though I knew you. So
No,
funny.
I know. No, that's funny, though. A lot of people don't, because DeMarco's a pretty common name, so they don't immediately connect it. But it's good. It's a great business. So if you haven't been there, right up there on the corner of Lloyd Road and Route 34, check out DeMarco's. Tell them Doreen sent you. Which is actually so funny. If my husband was here, he'd tell you this. Around the holidays, they always have the cutoff for Christmas. And I forget what it is. It might be like December 10th or December 15th, but it's the same day every year. And you get people that will call him up and be like, oh, but I'm a friend of Doreen's, or the funniest is when they're like, I'm a friend of your wife Donna's, or I'm a friend of your wife Danielle's, or something like that. And they say like the wrong name. He's like, yeah, sorry, cutoff is cutoff.
That's got to be does he spend a lot of hours in there that week?
Oh my gosh, yes. I am a holiday, and I'm a holiday widow. That
What
might
about 4th
not
of
be a
July?
nice thing to say, but 4th of July, they're only closed, I think 3 times. For Easter, they're closed. Christmas Day, they're closed. And Thanksgiving Day, they're closed.
But he has to cater all those.
Yes,
So does he cook
all them? Yeah.
for you? But does he do it for your own family? Or by then is he like, all right, Doreen, you're up?
No. No, he cooks for us when we're having parties and whatnot. Sometimes I'll try to take the pressure off of him and bring other things in. Like, I can tell you a funny story. I love Nettie's in Tinton Falls. Have you been to Nettie's?
Yes.
Okay, love that. And they make the best meatballs, because I personally like little fried meatballs. My husband makes, the big baked meatballs, because they make thousands and thousands and whatever, but I like the fried ones. So there's a couple of Christmases that we have at our house. I go to my brother's for Christmas Eve, and I would order the meatballs. He'd be like, Doreen, really? And I'm like, yeah, but that's okay. You didn't have to do it. I'm helping you. And then my sister-in-law caught on to the idea, too, and she was doing it for her family on Christmas Eve. So it was funny, but
And this is the brother that works with Jean? Oh, wow.
it's funny. But, it's all good. It's all good. I'm so grateful for that business, because it takes a lot of pressure off of me. It's hard. It's hard to work. It's hard to take care of your kids. It's hard to shop for food, figure out what you're making, make the food, eat it for 10 minutes, and then you're cleaning it up.
That was one thing about motherhood. I'm like, I have to figure out what these people are going to eat for the next 20
I know.
years.
And these
All of
people
them.
want to eat every day. I'm like, I fed you yesterday. Why do you need to eat again? I fed you 4 hours ago. It was the worst.
Yeah.
Actually, the hardest thing I found out for them was kind of like the after-school meal. They would come home so hungry and so all full of everything. And I always wanted to give them something right after school. But you kind of wanted it to be nutritious and healthy, but also kind of like fun food. You know, you can't just have cookies. But that was always the most stressful one for me. And then dinner, of course. When they were babies, it was like that. 5 o'clock dinner, 6 o'clock bath, 7, 8 o'clock bedtime. Mm-hmm. That was really great.
I'm still sort of in that a little bit.
Yeah, your kids are so young.
Yeah, I have a 7, 3, and 4-year-old. So.
Yeah, you're in the thick of it.
Kind
the
of.
next 10 years.
Yeah, it's getting a little easier though, because there were days I just wanted to escape, but I don't really feel that anymore. They're fun now. They all have such different personalities, which is just crazy since they came from the same two people.
That's just the energy tricking you into thinking it's getting easier. You're just adjusting better.
Well, I don't have 2 in diapers anymore. That kind of stuff, like the logistics of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And when I take them out, they don't know someone doesn't have an accident, and I forgot. I'm a horrible packer, like a really bad packer. That's a lot of motherhood. Mm-hmm. So I don't have to leave where I am because I didn't bring sufficient pants or whatever. That's a lot better.
I had one daughter who just refused to go to the bathroom as soon as I told, like, we're leaving the house, you go to the bathroom, da-da-da-da. Nope. 10 minutes into the ride, I have to go to the bathroom. I actually remember those little potties. I don't even know if they make them. This is the little gross
They make
baby.
them.
I had one in my trunk for years because I skeeve, public restrooms, and it's hard to, hold them and do what you got to do. And that potty was a lifesaver.
Yeah.
Are you just put a plastic bag in it?
I didn't know you were germaphobe.
I'm a bit of a germaphobe, especially with public bathrooms.
Yeah, well, they're gross.
They're really, really. I hate even. That's my big thing with taking your shoes off in the house.
Yeah.
It's like you were just in a public bathroom. You were on the street. Like you have no idea what you were just stepping on. Like your shoes aren't clean. Like unless you just took them out of the box you just bought them, took them out of the box. That's when they're clean. But in walking around and stuff, nope.
Do you have people, when you do like an open house or a showing, refuse to take off their shoes? I've had a bunch. I'm like, can you just make my job a little easier?
I know. You know why too? Because we can't even use those little blue booties anymore.
Why?
Because there was a big lawsuit.
Somebody fell down the stairs or something?
I don't know what happened. I wasn't in it. But yes, there was a big lawsuit, and our E&O doesn't cover it anymore if we hand them out.
Well, thanks for letting me know. I should know that.
Yeah, look into it. It's a slip and fall. It's a risk. So either the people have to bring their own, the homeowner has to supply them, or it's just wear socks.
But then can the homeowner get sued?
In today's day and age, probably.
Oh, God.
I know. I love lawyers. I didn't mean that in a bad way, but it gets a little tricky. Because you're just trying to do the right thing. You're trying to, maybe protect the white rugs that these people might be buying.
Well, not
You
just that,
never
the
know.
salt. Like my own house, the salt from the recent snow, my floors are destroyed.
Yeah. Well, in the wintertime, in inclement weather and whatnot, I think it just makes sense. It's just common courtesy.
Yeah.
It's harder, on really beautiful days where you don't really have a reason to kind of tell them to take off their shoes. I just think it's common courtesy. It's not your house.
But I'll tell you, those booties, I've had that thought a bunch of times that someone was going to down the stairs.
Yeah, they could be really, really slippery. Like I personally have the heavier, they're gray and they have a thicker bottom to them. Because sometimes I don't want to take off my shoes, so I can put them on with my shoes, and they stay on my feet.
Yeah.
My heel's not going through the blue. But I can't hand them out to everybody.
No,
it gets kind of hard. And then I don't know what's worse: dirty shoes or bare feet.
Oh God.
Go either way. So I don't know. Just mop your floors every day.
Oh no, I can't do that. I can't. I don't even know how to clean a floor.
I'm a huge fan of the Bono.
Yeah, I have that thing.
Yeah, that's the
But
best.
I still get streaks in it.
Do you really? What kind of floor do you have?
Wood?
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of streaks?
They just don't look right. They don't look like when the lady does it for me, which sounds so snobby, but it's true. When you're a professional cleaner, you have some secrets.
They know what to do for sure. Are you using the right kind?
Probably not.
Make sure you're using a wood cleaner, not like the tile cleaner or something.
Yeah.
Because I made that mistake. I bought a whole gallon of the tile instead of the wood, and I was just like, ugh.
So have you had any drones following you around?
That was scary. That was crazy. And you know what? If they were here for a reason, why didn't they just tell us that?
I know.
Why did we have to find that out last week?
I don't know. This poor woman in our town put up something that she had real post-traumatic stress, and it was scaring the heck out of her. They could have
Because they
told
were
us.
over her house?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, it just didn't make sense.
And then that congressman said it could have been Iran or something. I think that's when she heard that. She was like very, very...
I don't want to speculate. I don't want other people speculating, but, we have leaders for a reason, and just tell me the truth. We can handle it. Tell me the truth. Tell me why. Don't make me think otherwise.
I saw a couple of them though. They were big.
Oh, so did I. My husband was out there every night looking at them. He'd be calling me, Doreen, come look at that one. I'm like, no. I'm like, that's a plane. He's like, nope, it's drone. And they were literally right over our house.
Yeah.
And you can't take pictures. It wasn't any
No.
company out there taking pictures of the house in the street in the middle of the night. It was crazy.
How did they get all that Google imaging though? Like Google Maps and all that kind of stuff. You know, you go Street View. How many times do you use Street View in your?
Did you ever see a car? I've seen those trucks come through.
Oh, I haven't.
Yeah, they're crazy. They have cameras on them. And they just drive slow right down the block.
Wow.
Do you want to know what's crazy? Okay, back to my LA thing. Driverless cars.
They have them there?
They have them there. Unbelievable. Sick. My daughter pointed them out to me, and then once I saw them, I was like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. Cameras everywhere. Cameras on the top, on all corners and everything, and their little white cars just going along.
How little? Like a mini?
Not like a 4-door sedan.
And people are in the back?
Yep.
Anyone in the
Sitting
front?
back. Nope. Driverless.
But there's
Crazy.
nobody in the passenger seat?
Well, they were kind of dark windows, so I couldn't really see. But no, there's nobody. No, nobody in the driver's seat. Completely. I don't even know if there's well, there is a seat, because the funny thing is, I don't think they can go on the main highways. I think she said that they can just go on the side streets, if you will. And then we saw one on. I think she was driving me to the. I don't know where we're going, but we saw one. She was like, "Oh, I guess they changed the rule." And then it was funny. As we pulled up to it, there was a guy driving it. So
Oh.
there is a seat that you can sit in, but he must have been just off duty. I don't know what he was, but crazy.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know about that. I was with my cousin once who has a Tesla, and he was showing me how it can back up and do all this stuff. We were in an empty parking lot. I was like, wow, that's crazy. Kind of cool.
Wait, so you can sit in your Tesla and it will actually back into the spot?
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. He was standing outside the car, but he had to do everything. And it was insane. All the lights were on, and it was doing whatever he told it to do. Like, he was in a parking spot, and it backed up into a different one. Turned around.
Wow.
I know.
Yeah. I have to take a look at a Tesla. My lease is up soon. I dread it. I don't want 5 hours in the dealership. I got to go in there with a plan.
I love a Tesla. They're really popular. I drove them. I love it. But I think if I was to do it, I'd go more hybrid.
Yeah.
I don't know which hybrid. My husband's really not on it just yet, but I think a hybrid might be the smarter way to go.
Yeah.
But I don't know which one. There's so many beautiful ones out there. I was pushing to buy one a couple of years ago, and he was kind of against it, and I didn't, but I kind of wish I did.
That's a big amenity now in the luxury space. You have to have a Tesla charger.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. That and a generator are two big, good features to sell
We
a
lose
house
power
with.
in Fairhaven all the time.
Do you really?
All the time.
I thought we were going to the other night. We had wicked winds.
Yeah.
I was like, is my roof still on? Like, wicked winds. But we didn't lose. That's because they cut down all the trees. So sad. Well, so many towns are cutting down trees, and I get it. But it's just kind of sad.
I don't know why we don't bury the power lines in this day and age. I really don't.
Could you imagine what that would cost?
I know, but we
makes
got it up not that
sense.
long ago. It hasn't been up for like a million years, you know? We figured out a way to pay for it then. Why can't we figure out a way to pay for it now?
The permits and the red tape involved in that one would be.
Oh, I know.
Audrey would see it by the time it was
That
done.
would keep Joe busy for a while. My husband's a civil engineer.
Well,
Municipal
tell him
space.
get on it. Tell
Yeah.
him to get on it. He has to get in front of somebody and point out the positives to it. I think a lot of people would be excited to put their taxpayer money towards a project like that.
Yeah, I totally agree. Especially if it meant less power outages.
For sure.
But it's so expensive for a generator. They're like 10 grand, if not more.
They're more.
And then I was like, it only happens so often. I was like, why don't we just go get in the car and go somewhere?
Well, that's kind of funny that you say that, because there have been times where I was like, oh, I hope the power goes out. Because you just want to get your money back on your generator. I think we waited 9 or 10 months for our generator to come in and get hooked up. It was a wait. But you know what? It's just kind of peace of mind for when it does happen.
Do you have the whole house? Mm-hmm. That's nice.
Yeah, I needed to. You just never know. And we've been through some power outages, and it's awful. You get wires. My husband hooks it up outside. There's wires going through the house. It was just
Oh, yeah, for the little guys?
the extension cords.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's scary, too, because, you out there, you had to, build, what did he have to do? Concoct something to cover it when it was raining or snowing. I don't know. It's hard. But listen, we've learned you do the best that you can. You plan for what you can plan for, and then you just deal with what you have to deal with because you can't plan for everything.
Oh, no.
God has his own wonderful plan.
I mean, if you told me about COVID a year before, I would be like, you're out of your mind. That would never happen. I mean, a pandemic, I would have believed it happened, but the shutdown and everything, how people cooperated though.
That one could get really political, so I don't know if I want to go there.
Yeah,
I don't know if I want to go
That's
there,
true.
but yeah, let's just pray to God that never happens again. And if it does, I hope the world is better prepared and better educated for it.
Yeah.
What else has been going on in life? We're excited. We have some really great people that we invited to come on our show with us, and they're super excited to come too. So we're going to be introducing you to some of the, what do we want to call them? Power players of Monmouth County.
I like
From
that.
everything from hair and makeup on down to restaurants and schools, and your friend, your Nicole? Noelle?
Noelle? Well, no.
Noelle?
Noelle, you want to do it?
Yeah, we'll get Noelle to come in, and we'll have a nice, peaceful podcast. What else is going on?
She does bar classes too on the beach, which is also nice. I'm plugging you all day, Noelle.
Bar is in like bar method bar, or like bar is in a drink?
Bar, as in bar method bar.
Oh, we should get a cocktail maker on.
Yeah.
Do you know I took my bartending class with my daughter, and then my other daughters did it, and they were working over at Barbella, and it was the best. It was such a great job for
Can
them.
you make yourself like a real good drink or your own cocktail?
I sure can. It's a lot of fun. I have way too much liquor in my house because you know what? You just need. It's like cooking. Like you just need a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and before
Yeah.
you know it, you look like you own a liquor store
I know.
in your dining room or something. It's insane. But it's fun.
Especially the liqueurs. Like, I have a bunch of, they're going to sit there. My kids will probably inherit that. But
Yeah, they do last a long time. But there's nothing like a great cocktail, and like a delicious bottle of wine. But it always has its mood, its place, its reason for being.
did you ever go to
At your
Asbury Park
lips?
Distillery?
Yes.
Because Asbury's not far from Holmdel.
No.
You hop right on 18.
Yep. The thing with Asbury is I'm kind of a little scarred from it because we went to a really great restaurant many years ago, and we sat out, I think on the roof, or we were, I guess it had to be the roof or an outside deck, and it was 4th of July, or around whenever the Asbury was doing their fireworks, and they let us stay. Like, they served us our meal slowly and everything, so we saw the fireworks on, I guess, the beach. I think it took us 3 hours to get home because I wasn't anticipating.
How many people were there?
Oh my God, I aged in the car. It was literally insane. So I have to plan it properly when we go, but they do, they have great restaurants.
They have a lot of great events, a lot of great concerts.
Yeah.
I've actually never been to Convention Hall for a concert. My mom saw The Who there, like in the 60s.
Wow.
Yeah.
I was there for a Women's Heart Fund event, kind of like a whole cardio, keep yourself healthy thing, which was kind of cool. It was the first time I was there. They have great shops, good shopping,
Yeah.
cute little stores. It's all local businesses that you want to help and support. My husband and I were walking the beach there, I don't know, maybe a couple of months ago, some like nice October, November day. It's just a nice place to be.
It
It's
is.
just so nice. Our beaches are beautiful in Monmouth County. The hills of Monmouth County are beautiful. I mean, look at all the gorgeous lookout areas we have.
Oh, I
in the
know.
Highlands, right? It's really pretty. Sandy Hook, I still love going over that new bridge.
Yeah.
It's only, it's not really new. It's a couple of years now, but it's just so beautiful. You go up and you come down and you're looking at the ocean, and it's just really, really
Sandy
breathtaking.
Hook is great. Like for
Beautiful.
the biking and all. I love doing all of that. It's a little too cold now. There are people out there. They're championing that cold wind, but not me.
You know what? So let's give a shout out to all those people who are so dedicated, whether it be biking or running,
Oh, I know.
in the rain, the pouring rain, the snow, the frigid air. I'm like, God bless you people. I don't even want to go on my treadmill in my own house, let alone.
So I run a walking challenge in Fairhaven. We have the
you?
Fairhaven 100-mile club.
Is that why you look so fantastic?
No. We can talk about that later. And I have people who do it 300, 400 miles. Not 400. I've never had a 400 mile, but I've had people who've walked over 300 miles in 30 days. So the challenge is, can you walk 100 miles in 30 days? Which it's hard, but it's manageable. It's 3.33 miles a day. And then the top prize is if you do 200 miles, you get a hoodie sweatshirt. And I get like 20 people who do that every time.
Is it like a cashmere hoodie sweatshirt with some like great designer name on it?
Nope, my name's
wow.
on it.
I don't know if that's enough to encourage me. I'm lucky I could do 3,000 steps. No, I take that back.
It's amazing though. Like people really, they get out there. There's this one lady, I don't know her, but she's running through Little Silver. I go with my best friend to the gym in the morning. We go all the way to Tinton Falls. She's running. We see her running. She's still running like on another part. Gotta find out her name.
God
She's
bless
amazing.
Them. God bless him. It's funny because you do notice those people. I don't join them, but I notice them. And there's this one slightly elderly lady, but she has like hot pink sneakers. And she's doing her arm things out there. She's walking backwards sometimes. She's walking forward. And you're just like, wow, God bless you. I wish I had that in me.
Yeah.
Bell Works is a great place to walk. It's kind of like the new mall walking spot. My office is here, so sometimes when I'm sitting and I'm looking out, through the glass, and you're just watching the same people come around and around and around. And I always laugh at the people who, in front of my office, there's, the big palm trees and whatnot, and you can walk in front of them this way, or you can walk past them, closer to like where the elevator is. So it's like, do you want those extra 50 steps or whatever it might be? So it's always interesting to see the people who kind of cut short their walk and the ones who take it all the way corner to corner. It really psychologically tells you a lot about that person, right?
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
I'm going to butcher it. It's either Pyrocore or Purecore in Tinton Falls. It used to be in Little Silver on Church Street. It moved. But the trainer I go to, her name is Nikki LaRocca. I go all the time. And she always says how you do one thing is how you do everything. And
Yep.
I'm sorry, Nick, I don't agree with that.
Depending on how much you like
I will
something.
work until I'm dead, but I'm not going to do another push-up, sorry.
I know. I used to do kickboxing, oh gosh, so many years ago. And it was literally the best time of my life. I loved it like there was no other. I had a great, what are they called?
Sensei?
Yes. His name was Mike. He was amazing, and they were based right here in Aberdeen. Loved them. It was great. And I was probably also in the best shape of my life.
Yeah,
And
that's a
I
good
could
one.
have done that every single day. I was doing 100 push-ups.
Yeah.
I was so strong, and I was, this is probably, how old is my daughter? Sadly, maybe 15 years ago. Wow. But it was fantastic. So, you know what it is, Kate? It's like, if you do something you love, you're all in. If
Yeah.
you're forced to do something, it's just not there. So you love working, that's why you're all in. You love your kids, so you're all in. So that, that's why you're giving that 100%, if not more.
Oh, I like working out. I just sometimes
I
feel
hate
like I'm going
working
to die.
I hate working out.
That room is like 100 degrees. And then everyone's sweating. It's like 112 degrees.
No, I can't do the heat. I have low blood pressure, so I blame
Yeah. No, but
on that. I will faint, but it's just not my thing. I don't, just like regular working out, I don't love. If I was to do kickboxing again, maybe I could, get strong enough to learn to love. You know what it is? I like doing everything. This is going to sound really obnoxious. I like doing everything, how do I say this? Really good. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm struggling to do something, I'm not getting any joy out of it. And
Yeah.
right now, I'm not strong enough to love working out. And I don't really have it in me to want to learn it and get strong and all that other stuff. My husband works out all the time. He comes right here to Bell Works. God bless him.
Fitness Factory? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah. He
Is
has
that
a
like small
trainer,
group?
Danielle. He loves Danielle, the trainer. I don't know. I don't go.
Yeah.
I went once for meditation class and proceeded to leave, and then I did I ran into a friend, so I wound up doing a couple of laps that morning with my friend Anne-Marie. And then we had some great juices. Oh, Lord.
What's that?
That's my phone. My alarm. Oh, sorry about that. We'll cut that. But I was saying that the other thing, Kate, I want to give a shout out to this place called Juice Basin. They're actually located in Asbury, too. They make them in Asbury. But they have really, really amazingly delicious organic cold-pressed juices that are so healthy and so good. At least I think they are. My husband was on a juicing kick for a while, and it just makes you feel so good when you're drinking all those vegetables and stuff that you normally wouldn't have. So this is a really, really great company. I hope we can get them into Marco's and start selling them.
Do they put like turmeric in it and things like
Yep.
that? Yeah, that's great.
The ginger, the carrot, the milk thistle. I can't read. I don't have my glasses
That
on.
clears things right up.
Cayenne, yeah. Something ROH2O. Not even sure what that is, but it sounds healthy. Garlic, ginger, lemon, dandelion. How do you even eat dandelion?
They know.
I know, right? All your apples, your lemons, but really, really great flavors. So this was really good. So there's a lot. There's a lot going on.
There sure is. All right. Well, what's coming up for next time?
Well, we're going to have some wonderful guests. We'll keep you, surprised with that. We're going to keep putting little snippets out there because this is kind of silly, kind of fun, and hopefully entertaining. We can talk about the kids,
Yeah,
how they're getting ready to probably look forward to the summer. Do you put your kids in camp?
I do. We do Sparks Day Camp in Middletown. It's great.
They love it.
They do love it. They get to ice skate there too. Sometimes I feel bad for them when I pick them up because this was a hot summer we had.
Yeah.
And they're in this. It's covered. And the people there are very nice, but it's so hot, and I'm coming from work like a million miles an hour, and they're just like, please, can we go to Wawa? Please, I want a Slurpee. And I always give in. I really always give in.
Yeah, you have to. You know what? Listen, just like we say with ourselves, life is short, buy the shoes. Life is short, buy the bag, or whatever it might be. Same thing with the kids. Is
Oh,
the
yeah.
Slurpee going to kill them? No, let them have the Slurpee.
Every
you know?
day it might.
No, because it's short-lived. And you know what? You balance it out with so many other things for them. It's just
Yeah, I just want to
Just do it.
raise nice people. I don't, there's so much noise nowadays about like this and that, like even eating clean. You think you're eating clean, you don't know if you're eating clean. It's just, there's actually a reel, it's very funny on Instagram. The guy's like, it's like the voice of the Lord being like, do not drink the water. There is things in the water. Do not, it's just very overwhelming. We're in the too much information age.
Way too much. And that's what I was saying before about
Yeah.
the anxiety. They have those funny reels too, like growing up in the 70s, growing up in the 80s, growing up in the 90s. But, I was more 70s, 80s birth, baby, I guess. And we were just out. My parents had no idea where I was. I actually had a crazy trip with a friend one day. We decided we were going to fly. They used to have a flight to the Bahamas for the day. And my friend Joanne and I thought that would be really fun. So we're out in the city at some silly bar. I don't know where we were. And we were going to fly to the Bahamas. But we went, that was back in the day when you could just walk into Newark, walk up to the gate or whatever, buy a ticket. And we were going to go to the Bahamas for the day, but for whatever reason, they didn't have that flight that day. So we decided to go to Florida instead because she had a house down there. We flew to Florida. There was a hurricane. We had to fly home. Oh, my God. It was like the funniest, craziest thing. But
The whole time your parents didn't know where you were?
no.
How old were you?
I don't know. How old were we? I guess young 20s. I was working, so.
Well, that's not that bad.
No, it's not. But if my daughters did that today, I'd be like, what? They couldn't do that today. You know
Yeah.
where they are, right? So it is. It's just different. But, and, then they have it where we would drink from the hose.
Yeah.
Right? The hot swings. Remember those metal swings? Remember those things that you stand around and it was like that round, I forgot what it was called, but you'd hold
yeah.
onto a bar and somebody would fall off.
It was a merry-go-round.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember all those. How hot the slide would be on your bum.
Hot. Yeah. But I don't know. We survived it.
We did.
We survived it. No seatbelts. We was sitting in the back of the station wagons.
Oh, yeah. We had one. We had a station wagon.
I know. I'm totally dating myself.
When your mother's
but
arm would be the seatbelt.
so funny. Yeah. Hold on.
I was at the end of that, kind of. We had car seats, I remember. But now, like, they want your kid in a car seat till they're 12. I can't. Yeah.
Absolutely insane. I don't think I started wearing my seatbelt until I was pregnant with my first child. And you just didn't grow up with it, so it was kind of cumbersome, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like you thought you were fine, but clearly you
No,
need to
they
be
save
a
lives for
seatbelt,
sure. Yeah.
Now, I can't drive without the seatbelt, and thank God our kids can't drive without the seatbelt. And you know what? The one good thing is, thank God our kids would never think about getting in a car, even with just one drink.
Oh, no.
They're so smart that way, whether they're Ubering or there's a friend who's not drinking at all, they would walk before they would ever think about getting into a car. So thank God for that
Yeah.
message, because that was really sad.
Absolutely.
So we're lucky with that. So to end this, what else do we want to talk about? Shopping? Any fun shopping for you lately?
No.
Shopping is fun. So
Oh yeah, what am I saying? The new Bloomies in the Grove.
love the new Bloomies. My sister-in-law works there. I'm so jealous she gets the discount. I used to work for Bloomingdale's. The hardest day of my life was giving up my discount card. So sad. But the best job in the world. I loved my life at Bloomingdale's. Love having Bloomies here now.
So I did do some shopping there.
Yeah.
But I've got to get out there. In the winter, I just want like a comfy sweater and jeans, though. I don't really.
It's so easy to shop online, though. Go on Instagram, and there's all these different. Oh, so when I was in LA, thank God my daughter who lives out there hates to shop, because if my younger daughter lived out there, oh man, it'd be a scary thing. LA has the best shopping in the world. We don't have a lot of those stores there. Did you ever shop at Reformation?
Mm-mm.
Well, we don't have one here, so you'd have to be, I think, out west, or maybe in Florida they have them. It is the most amazing concept store. You walk in, everything is just one of a size, right? And it's all done by, color and lifestyle. You kind of say what you want to try on, and then I guess they assess you. I don't know. You're sitting on a really comfy couch waiting for them to put you in your room, and then they open up your fitting room, and there's a closet in there. Big, beautiful fitting room. You open up the closet doors, and that's where I was trying on a pair of jeans. I had like 4 or 5 different types of jeans on the shelf, and then there is a computer on the wall that shows everything that they sell. So if I found a pair of pants that I liked and I wanted to try a shirt on with it, I just scroll to where that shirt might be, hit it, shut the doors, and it magically appears in the closet. Swear to God, it was so amazing. And I was like, why? Why do we not have a Reformation store on the East Coast?
Yeah.
It was truly, it was a great experience.
Do you have a personal shopper, or you just don't even see them?
No, they're there, but they were all kind of helping you. I had a really, really sweet girl, so I did find a pair of jeans that I liked. The fabric was great. They fit really nice. I had all different sizes and
What's the
colors
price
to choose
point?
from.
Like pricey, or
It's a little pricey. I mean, not crazy. I mean, I bought it. It's not couture. But it's not.
how much for the jeans, Doreen?
I think they were $268. So they're pricey,
pricey.
but it's worth it, because I really like them. And then I wanted to buy them because we were going to a comedy show that night, so I kind of wanted to just feel a little special or whatever. And then the girl helping me was so nice, but I walked out and I was like, there's no register. Like, how do I pay for these? Do I go back in the closet? They're like, no, we'll take it from you. They take them, they put them in a cute little bag for me, take my credit card. Never even saw how I paid for them. I just know I did. And then I remembered the California tax. So I then went online and I wound up buying 4 or 5 different sweaters that are going to show up on my doorstep, hopefully today. Try on what I like, no tax, send back what I don't like. But I am a fan. Huge shout out to Reformation.
Yeah, I like that.
Beautiful store.
I
And
would do
great
that.
workers. I wish I knew the girl's name that was helping me. She was really, really sweet. Yeah, so it's fun.
Yeah, no,
But we
it
need
is.
to get them here.
I would love that. And then, do they have shoes?
They do. Shoes, bags.
Oh, so you can get the whole. See,
They got you.
because I don't have a lot of time, I kind of like when you can get everything. Because I normally go in for an event.
Online.
I do order online, but you don't
Sometimes
really get the
you have
feel.
to touch and feel.
Yeah.
them. And then you could ask questions like, what do you think goes with this? Like, you have to learn, you know what I'm saying? Like, the styles change all the time.
Oh yeah.
And
It's like 1993 out there right now. Like the huge sweatshirts, extra large sweatshirts. You're a size 4, but you have an extra large sweatshirt on, and wigwam socks. I just bought a pair of wigwam.
did you really?
See, I feel like I'm 40 now. I just turned 40, and I feel like I don't want to, I don't want to try to be too trendy because it's just kind of sad sometimes.
Yeah, wait until you get into your 50s. It is really hard to find that balance
Yeah.
of looking, we'll call it stylish, but not looking like you're trying to be 20. Because there's nothing that'll age somebody faster
Oh, I know.
than trying to be 20 years younger than themselves. And, nobody needs the boobs up to the chin and the this, that, and the other thing. It's just, I don't think it's a classy look.
Nope.
And the pants that are literally part of your skin, like just too tight,
Yeah.
it's hard.
Although I
Bathing
do love
suits,
leggings.
That's a whole. Oh no, leggings, different story.
Yeah.
But I like my butt kind of covered.
Yeah. Well, now the extra large sweatshirt is in. That
That is-
goes to
yeah,
your knees.
Yeah. Is it really?
I mean, that's what I don't know what generation it is, but the young kids, that's what they're rocking.
Wow.
and wigwams.
Like what movie was that from? Like with the headbands and stuff. Olivia Newton-John. Not Footloose.
I'm thinking physical.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
All right, I think we're going to sign off.
We could sign off.
We're signing off now.
It was great having this chit chat with you, Kate.
Absolutely.
Learned a lot.
Yeah.
Talk about a lot. It's all fun.
Yeah.
Back to hit the day.
And we will be back brewing in Monmouth in a couple weeks. What'd you think?